What's up, guys? Where in the world have y'all been? All right, guys, let me see if I can get this right. Welcome back to Phillip's Hot Rod Garage. Sounded pretty good, but guys, it sounded kind of weird because it's been quite some time since I've said that. You know, it's been a year, guys, since I've worked on my Model A. It was 364 days ago that I posted the last video on this Model A, and it has been that long since I've worked on it. There has been very little that has happened in the shop in the past year. 2024 was quite the ride. So I'm sure you guys have noticed there hadn't been any videos, and a lot of people have sent me messages, sent me emails, messaged me on YouTube and in the comment sections, and messaged me on my Facebook page, and people have called and asked what's going on, and I appreciate that. I really do. I just want to say thank you to everybody who has followed the channel, and the channel's still growing. We got over 2,500 subscribers now, so channel is growing. And guys, I am back. I'm back, so it's good to be back with you guys. But I want to tell you guys all about where I have been and what has been going on with me, but I'll tell you guys all about that at the end of the video, so hang out with me. And I got a lot to talk about and a lot to tell you about that's happened with me, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly why I have not been making any videos. But before we do that, I want to go on a little adventure and check out a car. There's a car I want to go look at that I'm thinking about buying, so let's go check it out and then we'll do some talking. All right, so it's the first weekend of 2025. Me and my old buddy Eric here. You ready, buddy?
I'm ready as I'm gonna be.
Looks like Elba's finest. We decided to go check out another Model A, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of footage of that Model A as soon as we get there, and then I'm gonna tell you where I've been for the past year. What were you doing? Sleeping late or something?
Waiting on you to get out of the bed.
My goodness, man. Anyway, we are on our way. I'll show you what the Model A looks like when we get there. Pretty excited. Not every day you come across a Roadster for sale.
A Roadster.
We're about to check it out.
Got a
few flaws now.
What I was just fascinated
Well,
to
you
find
wasn't
was
supposed to put your contact lenses in.
this pot metal thing has still
You're
in.
supposed to left them in like you had them.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
I was surprised that's still on there after all this time.
Still got the rumble seat
Yeah.
springs in there.
Yeah, they're in there. They're pretty rough, but they're in there.
A lot of times those springs are long gone.
And that trunk rack right there, you'd be hard pressed to find another one of them. You know where they strap the trunk on the back? You remember those? You've seen the pictures, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen a trunk for sale one time, but that wouldn't have been so far away, I got it.
Yeah.
The one that goes on it.
Yeah. But what's fascinating about it is all these
I
patch
think it
pieces,
was in
you can have one of
Illinois.
these, you can have one of these patch pieces.
I've got a trunk that goes on the back of it. These meth heads hadn't stole it out of my house. But they sure been in there a few times.
Oh my goodness, that's what really worries me is somebody do something like that. And believe it or not,
Said the other day.
the doggone horn works on that thing.
Trying to steal.
The horn works.
Yeah.
Going to go to work.
Wow.
The Uka horn.
Right.
Well, they helped themselves to
Yeah.
my space heater and my propane tank. They stayed warm while they was there.
Leave my heaters alone, and now you might get shot over my heaters.
I had 4 or 5 big garbage bags of my great grandmother's hand-sewn quilts, and they made out with all of them.
At least some patterns there.
Yeah. I know for a fact it's hard to build these
Yeah.
because I've been involved in one of these
Yeah.
trunk rebuilds in recent times.
You can make no videos in a long time to catch it back there.
No, I'll probably throw this up on one, just showing this car on the channel, I imagine. It works.
That shocked me. And that headlight burns right there, by the way.
It sounds a little cold though.
It's a little cold and needs a little spray in it, but other than that.
Yep. Well, looks like it just needs a little tender love and care.
I wouldn't say a little.
I'd say a lot, yeah. You're right on
That
that.
ain't nothing that $20,000 and a bunch of patch panels won't fix.
That's
Just turn right
exactly
behind
right.
you, you'll see a classic example of that.
Sub rails on this side right here are gone.
What's up?
And the sub rails on this side right here are gone.
What's
Exactly.
Bluetooth subway?
That's exactly what we would expect on a Model A, especially on a Roadster. It'll just about close.
The rear end rots out for the front end.
My son's putting a flat head in that one he got over there. He's got another motor. Well, he's got 2 cars over there. So he don't have any use for it. I didn't ask him. And so, no, if I sell any of it, I'll sell all of it.
With this record, I think we do need to get a trailer load of stuff.
Yeah, it's, you down there, and that's, what is that? That was a swap meet over in Dothan you were talking about. wasn't it?
Yeah, when did I say that?
All right, so we took a look at the Roadster and it is definitely rough, but in some ways the car is actually better than I thought it was going to be. It definitely needs full sub rails. It needs floor pans in it for sure, but the quarters and the doors, the cowl, they're actually better than I thought they would be. The guy has a good running engine and transmission to go in it, the original stuff, and he's got the hood that goes on it that you didn't see in the video. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. 31 Roadster with dual spare tires on the front, which I don't see often. Usually they'll only have one on the front, or either they'll be, you know, a spare on the back, but this car had dual spares and a trunk rack on the back. So this thing had to have been kind of pretty fancy back in the day. But will I buy it? I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you guys know in a future video. All right, so what has been going on in the shop? What has been happening? Well, my buddy Eric, I kind of owe it to him, you know, for everything that has been done. I owe him a big thank you because he kind of pushed me along last year. And there were times he would come over to work and I didn't even want to work. I did not feel like working, but he kind of pushed me to do some things and we got some things done. So let me kind of give you guys an idea of what we've done. All right, so the list of things that have been done is pretty short. I worked on this boat during the summer. I bought it, not running, put a head gasket on it, did some electrical work, got it out to the lake, had a good time with the family on it. I got this 94 Lightning running again. It has not been started since 2018. It had computer issues, so got a new computer, got it put in, got it running. And this Fox body, Eric and I did some work on it, and I've actually got a couple of videos that I've already made on this car. I'll be posting them up pretty soon. And then the Model A, I've already started on a video on it, so that's coming up soon as well. The Mustang videos are ready to go and we'll get them posted up, and then the Model A video is coming next. So the list of things that I have not done is definitely a whole lot longer than the list of things that I have done. But the way things went in 2024, I am just fortunate to have gotten anything done. And if it hadn't have been for Eric pushing me along, I probably wouldn't have come to the shop and done much of anything last year. I just really didn't feel like it. And so I'm going to share with you guys what's been going on. And I know some of you may not care about this part of the video, may not want to hear what's been going on with me. But if you don't, that's fine. I'll see you guys on the next one. But for those of you who have been concerned and have asked, I'll just go ahead and share with you what's been going on. Guys, my health has just been going downhill. I was making videos in 2023 and I was staying sick all the time. If you guys have followed my channel for a while, you probably remember some of my videos I was making. I was kind of scratchy sounding with my voice. I stayed sick quite a bit, and I was dodging sickness making videos. I'd be sick for a while, I'd start feeling better and try to get a video out, and then it was just, I skipped a few weeks during the year in 23. I was just sick so much, and back-to-back sicknesses, just couldn't get well. So I knew for some reason I was being sick a lot, but I didn't know what it was, and things just started spiraling out of control. But you know, in 2023, around Christmas, I ended up with some kind of flu-like virus or sickness of some sort. So that's how I entered into 2024, trying to get over that. So the year, that's how it started. On up toward the end of January, I decided to go to a chop school, and so I went to a top chopping school with Larry down at Boxcar's Garage. He's got a YouTube channel called Boxcar's Garage, and he's actually got a video of the chop school up on his channel, and it was a good event. I enjoyed it. I went down there and had a good time. We chopped a 49 Mercury and learned some about chopping tops, things I didn't know before. It was quite interesting. And but you know, coming out of that, I was sick afterwards, and I was sick some during the school, and that was in January. So then, you know, getting up into February, I ended up still fighting a bad sinus infection. Could not get over it. Ended up getting a shot in both hips, and I got over that. And soon after that, I started dealing over in the month of April with a lot of inflammation, and I started having inflammation in my joints. So my left foot started giving me some trouble, and I was having difficulty walking, and went to some doctors and didn't get many answers, and kind of got over that with the inflammation in the left foot. And then this whole time I was thinking I was going to make some videos. I was going to be back to making videos, and but it kept being from one thing to the next. And every time I get well, I think, all right, I'm doing pretty good now, I'm going to get to work, make a video. I started feeling bad again, and it was just a roller coaster ride. So everything in the month of May started spiraling out of control and just getting much worse. I ended up with some inflammation in my right foot that ended up landing me on a pair of crutches. I could not walk on my right foot at all. I went to a doctor with that, and the doctor did not help me at all. Told me I had Achilles tendonitis when I did not. That's not what it was. I was dealing with inflammation, and it had not torn anything or broken anything. It was just inflammation. And so he didn't help me at all. So I got over that. I got the inflammation out of my foot. I got back to where I was not on crutches anymore. And the month of June, I had inflammation in my wrist. I couldn't work. My left wrist started getting really bad inflamed, and it swelled up so bad that I went to another doctor, because it's like I was going to doctors and none of them were helping me. So I went to see a nurse practitioner. He was one of my students when I taught school. I taught auto mechanics for a few years at our local high school, and he was one of my students there, and I knew him well, and he had started this practice, and I went to him and I said, hey, I need some help, and my wrist is inflamed. I can't work. I can't move my wrist, and I'm staying sick all the time. And he said, well, I want to try to figure out what's wrong with you. And that's when things started going in the right direction. He took the time to do some blood tests and actually figure out what was going on. And when he did, we got things going in the right direction. My blood test came back. He called me in and he said, your RA titers are through the roof. And so next thing you know, I was having to go and see a rheumatologist. And they started doing some other blood tests and found out that I have seropositive rheumatoid arthritis, which is otherwise known as rheumatoid disease. It is an autoimmune disease, and so my immune system has been so jacked up that's why I was staying sick all the time. My immune system was attacking my body. And he goes on to tell me a little while later that I had another marker of another autoimmune disease, and it's pretty common for, if you have rheumatoid disease, that you'll have another second disease, which could be lupus. That's a common one, or some other ones, but I ended up having another disease called Sjogren's disease. So I have seropositive rheumatoid arthritis and I have Sjogren's disease. Both are autoimmune diseases that work in conjunction with each other to really mess your immune system up. And that's basically what's been going on with me. And it's just been sickness from, back to back to back sickness, constant swelling in my joints. And then that is where things really went downhill. Things really got crazy when I started taking the medications for the rheumatoid disease. That's when things got crazy. Guys, the medication, it just royally messed me up. The first time I took the medication, I didn't know hardly what planet I was on. It really threw me for a loop. And afterwards, I had two choices. It was either deal with the autoimmune diseases and deal with the inflammation and deal with the sickness all the time, or it was take the medication and try to get better. And so they told me, you got to stick with this medication. You got to get it in your system. It was the worst experience of my life. And finally, now the medication is starting to get settled in, and my body feels great. I feel better now than I felt in a long, long time. The medication's not having the same effects on me as it was before, but the biggest thing is my body feels good. I have not been sick since I started taking the medication for the rheumatoid disease. I've not been sick since then. I have felt wonderful. I've had no sinus problems. Right now, in January of 2025, this is the first time in many years that I can recall that I was not sick in December or January, because everybody gets sick this time of the year. Not me. Not so much as a sniffle. I mean, I am doing phenomenal, and I am so thankful to be getting better, and so thankful that I can share this with you guys and tell you that, hey, I feel better than I have felt in a very long time. So I'm ready to get back started again on making these videos. And if any of you guys out there have rheumatoid arthritis, I'm telling you guys, I know how you feel. It is tough. It is tough. It is much worse than I thought it was. I've heard of people throughout my lifetime that had rheumatoid arthritis, and I thought, they just got a little inflammation in the joints. I had no idea what really went on with rheumatoid arthritis. When you have rheumatoid disease, your immune system is attacking your tissues in your body, and there's nothing wrong with those tissues. It's just your immune system's attacking good tissue. And not only is it attacking the tissues in your joints, but it's attacking tissues around internal organs, everything else. Just attacks everything. And it is tough. It is really, really tough. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I would not. But we're getting better. Guys, we're going to have some videos coming up. Things are going to be really good. We're going to have the 2 Mustang videos I'm about to post. They're coming up. And then we're already working on the Model A, as I said earlier. I'm getting excited about getting back on this thing. It's time. It's time. We feeling good, and we're ready to get back to work. So hopefully you guys can understand where I've been. It's just health problems had me down, and I want to tell you all that I appreciate you sticking around on the channel. It has been just the channel's been great. It's been doing good. I think we picked up about a little over 500, right around 500 subscribers since I made my last video. So people are still subscribing, and it is kind of disheartening a little bit. I've watched over time as I've been sick and not been making videos. I've watched a lot of times when the subscriber counts would go down. I've seen a lot of people unsubscribe, and I understand. I mean, not every person who subscribes is going to be a subscriber for life, but We're still here. We're still going. We're back in the shop, getting back busy again. I'll be coming out with some new videos soon. Appreciate you guys hanging around. See you guys in the next one.